fine and thin hair can be difficult to deal with. It doesn't take much for it to lie flat on your head or for the ends to look straggly. So today, I want to share some tips for fine and thin hair, including what haircuts, products, and styling habits are going to help it to feel fuller, as well as what you should avoid. So it's easy to get fine and thin hair mixed up, but in reality, they're actually two different categories of hair type. You may have fine and thin hair, but you can also have fine and thick hair or thin and coarse hair. And this matters for making your hair feel fuller. So first, let's help you figure that out. So fine hair is referring to the texture of your hair, the diameter of each individual hair strand. It could be either fine, medium, or coarse. And you can tell which one you have by taking a single strand of hair and putting it between your index and thumb finger. When you rub it between these fingers, if you can't feel anything at all, then your hair is fine. If you can feel something, then it's medium. And if you can really feel it and it almost feels like horsehair, then your hair is coarse. Now, thin hair refers to the amount of hairs that you have per square inch, or the density of your hair. And you can determine the density by putting your hair into a ponytail and measuring the circumference. If your ponytail measures 2 inches or less, then your hair is thin. If it's around 3 inches, then it's a medium density. And if it's 4 inches or more, then you have got a lot of thick hair. So knowing if you have fine hair or thin hair is going to help you for the following steps on what actions you should take. Okay, so now let's talk about your haircut. So haircuts are a secret weapon to making your hair look and feel thicker, even if you're just removing the dead hair from the ends. Take a look at this before and after picture of my hair before and after I trimmed the ends. Now I literally just cleaned it up here. I didn't do anything crazy. I took maybe an inch and a half off, but look at the difference. Now your density is really going to determine how long you can wear your hair without it feeling too thin on the ends. Now thin hair does a lot better with shorter and mid-length haircuts than it does with longer haircuts. The longer that your hair gets, the thinner it will appear on your ends. The hair can also become really weighed down when it's long, so you're gonna lose body too. Now on the contrary, if your hair is fine, not necessarily thin, you can get away with wearing your hair longer if you have a thicker density. Now ultimately, the length that you choose is going to play a big factor in how many layers you can get away with without your ends appearing too thin. All right, so let's first talk about exterior layers. And these are the layers that you can physically see in your hair. Now, if your hair is longer than shoulder length, like mine, then exterior layers should ideally be kept to a minimum if your hair is fine or thin. The more layering that you have, the thinner your ends are going to appear. However, if your hair is shorter, like a mid-length or above your shoulders, fine hair can get some killer body and movement when it's layered properly. Okay, now let's talk about interior layers. And this is referring to texturizing the hair or removing bulk from certain areas. Now, texturizing can really help you to get more volume by removing weight from the ends of the hair. And this is really useful, especially if you're going for more of a blunt or one length or non-layered look. Now, if you have thin hair, you need to be very careful if you are doing a lot of texturizing. It can be very beneficial for giving you a little bit of body, but it can be overdone very, very quickly. And if you have thin hair, then I'm sure you know exactly what I'm talking about, and I'm sure that this has happened to you. All right, so let's talk about your color. Now, color may not be one of the first things that you think of when you think of trying to make your hair look and feel fuller, but in reality, highlights can actually add not only dimension in a visual way, but they can actually add body to your hair. I've had multiple clients who, after they went totally gray, they would still come back in for highlights that were essentially invisible to the eye because of the way that it made their hair feel. Now, I have personally found that this works much better with bleach highlights or even a bleach soap cap rather than traditional color itself. And this is because bleach roughs up the cuticle or the outer layer of your hair. And so the cuticle resembles fish scales. And so when those fish scales are roughed up, the hair can kind of climb on top of the hairs surrounding it, which ultimately gives you a little bit more long-lasting body. When the hair is super, super healthy and slick, the hairs can't climb on top of the other hairs as easily. All right, so now I wanna go over a simple styling routine or some extra tips that you can do when styling your hair that's gonna help your hair to feel full. First, you'll wanna wash your hair with either a volumizing, thickening, or a clarifying shampoo and conditioner. These are gonna be lightweight so they're not weighing your hair down. And ideally, you'll wanna focus your shampoo only on your roots and the conditioner only on your mids and ends very sparingly. After the shower, you'll wanna use a blowout spray, and this is going to be a very lightweight spray that's gonna protect your hair from heat, detangle it, and help you get some more volume. If you do choose to use a leave-in conditioner, you definitely wanna go with a liquid leave-in conditioner versus a cream. And you'll also wanna use some form of a root lifter, whether that be a mousse or a liquid spray. And the main thing here is that you're applying it only to your roots. This is a big mistake I see, is that clients put the mousse all throughout all of their hair instead of just at their roots, and that ends up being too much product and weighing the hair down. Okay, next we're gonna blow dry the hair. Now you don't have to blow dry, but this is what's going to give you the most volume and body. Now, when you blow dry, I recommend doing this with a boar bristle round brush. I'll link a video above where I showed my mom how to blow dry her own hair for some tips on blow dry. Okay, next is to iron your hair. Now, this step is optional. You can do it to curl your hair all entirely. You can add some waves with a flat iron, or you can also use a crimper right at your roots, and this will help give you some additional volume right at that base. Now, fine and thin hair can become damaged more easily because it's so fragile, so you definitely want to make sure you're using your irons on the lowest heat that you can. Typically around 340. Now, my favorite thing to do is to use a hot spray, which is like a thermal hairspray. This will give you some hold as well as protect your hair from the heat. Okay, and after ironing, I recommend spraying some dry shampoo in. And yes, this is from day one. And this is just gonna stop your hair from getting oily to begin with. And it also adds some fullness to your hair. Ideally, you should wanna wash your hair every 1 to 3 days just to stop it from getting too greasy, because the oil is going to weigh it down. Almost everybody uses more product than they need to. I'll put a list on the screen that gives you an idea of what you should start with, but you're much better off starting with a less amount and then adding more product as needed. Now, blow drying your hair is better for it than ironing it, and this is because the heat is indirect heat from hot air rather than a hot metal plate. I have found those blowout brushes, while they do make it a lot easier for you to blow dry your hair, they can be very damaging. You are better off using an actual blow dryer and a boar bristle round brush, because boar doesn't have a metal or even a ceramic plate, so it doesn't heat up quite as much. All right, guys, that is gonna be it for this video. Let me know if you learned anything new in the comments, and make sure you subscribe if you wanna make every day a good hair day.